Close your eyes for a moment and imagine you're celebrating your 150th birthday. You feel healthy, strong, and still have decades left to live. What would life look like if humans lived to 200 years old? Let's explore this mind-bending future. How is it possible? Today, scientists are already extending human life. Genetic editing with CRISPR, stem cell regeneration, anti-aging drugs like rapamycin. Each year, breakthroughs push the boundaries of biology. By 2100, living to 200 may no longer be fantasy, but reality. If humans lived to 200, childhood would stretch far longer. Instead of rushing through school, people might study until age 40. Imagine a world where a teenager is 30 years old and still young. Education would transform. People would master multiple careers, languages, and skills across a lifetime. Human potential would explode. But what about jobs? If people lived to 200, retirement at 65 would make no sense. We might see careers lasting 100 years. Doctors who practice medicine for a century. Artists creating masterpieces into their 150s. Politicians ruling well into their second century of life. Would this bring wisdom or create societies where the old never step aside? Now think about love. Marriage today is already challenging, but could you imagine spending 120 years with the same partner? Would lifelong marriages still exist? Or would humanity embrace relationships in chapters, decades-long partnerships that evolve with time? Love would stretch or break. If humans lived to 200, families would look unrecognizable. Great-great-great-grandchildren might sit at the same dinner table, all alive at once. Entire family trees existing side by side. And inheritance? Imagine waiting until you're 120 to receive your parents' fortune. But let's face it, not everyone will have access to life extension. The rich may live 200 years. The poor may still die at 70. This could create the biggest divide in history, a society where elites rule for centuries while others struggle just to survive. More humans living longer means more strain on Earth. Food, water, housing, energy. If no one dies for 200 years, where will billions of people go? We may need to colonize Mars, build floating cities, or create underground metropolises. Longevity will force humanity to expand or collapse. Of course, living longer isn't just about time, but quality. Would a 180-year-old body still feel young? Emphasis: scientists believe yes. Regenerative medicine could replace worn organs. Nanobots could repair cells from the inside. Aging may not vanish, but it will slow to a crawl. But here's something few consider. What does 200 years do to the mind? Memories fading, centuries of experiences, losses, regrets. Would humans grow wiser, or would endless years bring boredom, detachment, even despair? Emphasis: immortality of the body doesn't guarantee immortality of the soul. If humans lived to 200 years, how would it change faith? Would people still believe in heaven or reincarnation when life on Earth itself feels endless? Religions might evolve. New philosophies could emerge, focused not on afterlife, but on ultra-long life on Earth. A world of 200-year-old humans means an economy unlike anything before. Retirement may not exist. Jobs may rotate. Pensions, savings, housing markets, all redesigned for century-long lifespans. But here's the question: will older generations block the young or guide them? And maybe 200 years isn't the limit. If science cracks aging, why not 300, 500, or more? Perhaps humans in the future won't just live longer. They may stop dying altogether. A future where death itself becomes optional. So, what if humans lived to 200 years old? There's no simple answer. It could bring wisdom, progress, and expansion across the stars. But it could also bring inequality, overpopulation, and despair. The truth is simple. Living longer isn't just about adding years to life. It's about adding life to years. And the question remains, if you had the chance to live to 200 years old, would you take it?